we are building the finest fully modernized classics. I'm going to show you this Wimbledon white one that is for sale, in stock right now, ready to ship immediately. And I did a walkthrough yesterday on this one, and I'm going to show you here up close if I can flip this around. This is a fresh build, fully modernized, meaning that it's not an old car, it's not a restoration, and it's built on a 2025 chassis. This is a build that has just come off the assembly line and is ready for immediate delivery. Satin black wheels, every upgrade, Fox factory suspension, it's got the teak wood, black soft top. Inside, well, before we get there, you've got the chrome trim, power steps, 100% brand new American-made steel body. All of the lines and gaps, listen to that sound, are completely perfect. And then inside you've got worn glove leather. There's your power windows, power door locks. You have your full safety features of a 2025 vehicle, 6 airbags. You have your dual zone climate control, touch screen navigation. This one here, ready for immediate delivery. There's your moonroof. And if you don't want to wait and you like Wimbledon white, which is a great color, this is a really nice truck, and it's super rare to have something ready to go. So, and one of my favorite parts about this truck, the grille. I love the contrast of the Wimbledon white with that raven black grille on chrome. It looks so good. Reminds me of a Panda. Really rare configuration, and it just looks like an absolute piece of art. This is a car you can drive every single day. It's not going to break down. You're not going to have any reliability issues. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't drive like an old car either. Matching car cover. Really nice custom matching car cover, meaning that it has all of the specs on the vehicle match the actual car cover, which is really nice. And it's ready to go. So it is Tuesday here, 3:20 p.m. Eastern time. If you want this, let us know immediately. It will not last long, and we could put it on an enclosed trailer, ship it to you. You could be driving it in the next couple of days, depending on where you're located, or this weekend. And I'm also going to show you, we have one build in progress in Brittany Blue. It'll look like this when it's done. And so if you don't want Wimbledon white and you want Brittany Blue, there's one on the line right now. I'm going to show it to you in progress, and that'll be done next week. And then we have a couple other options. Either way, easiest way to find out is going to be to text or call us. And a member of our team is going to answer all your questions, walk you through our build process. And if you have a trade or you want to finance, we can offer financing, and we take trades as well. So this is boxwood green, beautiful, classic color, Brittany Blue right here. That's chalk gray, one of my favorites and one of the hottest colors right now, midnight blue. Absolutely stunning. And none of these are restorations or resto mods. They're all built on a 2025 modern car chassis, which means it drives like a modern car. You have modern car reliability, technology, and the most important thing that no other classic car or resto mod in the world has are full modern safety features. So you got your 6 airbags, your crumple zones built in the frame, your side impact beams, traction control, anti-lock brakes. You have things like backup camera and parking sensors. You have pre-collision assist right here in the front that'll sense if something is stopped in front of you really abruptly. It'll flash, it'll beep, and it'll also brake for you as well. All of this, by the way, fully tested and FMVSS compliant. And we blew the airbags too and crash tested it as well, frontal, side, and rear. So you got 6 airbags. I'm gonna walk over to the line and show you what is underneath all of this amazing blend of art and science. We handcraft each one of these here in Atlanta, Georgia, on an assembly line with our team, 900 labor hours. And what we've done is we blended classic inspired design with modern technology, modern reliability, modern engineering, and the number one thing, modern safety features. So let's take a look here. Towards the end of our workday here for the crew on the line, and I'm gonna take a little shortcut here. This is GT Silver. Check out the inside of that. Tobacco leaf leather interior, vintage stripes, chrome trim, going through the inspection tunnel. this is going to be a really, really nice one. We haven't done the spec yet. So we've done silver with white, with black. This one here has tobacco leaf for the interior. Really, really nice. Matching dashboard as well. Okay, this is mallard green. If you've been watching the lives, every day these move forward. This one has gone through the inspection and now into our punch list area where we ensure that anything that wasn't 100% perfect is now reworked, and then it goes through another inspection. Once that is done, it will then move into our final detail station. And if you've been following, this color is Pebble Beach green, inspired by a really beautiful build I saw when I was out in Monterey for Car Week in August, and we're just about to wrap it up. It's going through final detail right now. We have 4 master detailers, spend 8 hours each, all with standard operating procedures right here. Every single step, even in the detail station, we have SOPs, meaning that we have a standard that we set. Our people are able to meet that standard every time because they know exactly what's expected, and it's not just like make it clean. And then we have our team come in for a final inspection, and that is when our leads from engineering, quality, production, operations, and management come in for a final sign-off. And that is a really, really critical process. And by the way, when we do that final inspection, that isn't the first time we're inspecting the car. We've inspected it at every single station. There's like 40 stations, 900 labor hours. All of it is done with layered audits by our quality team to ensure that it is 100% perfect cosmetically and mechanically. Chris, what's going on? And that's really how we're able to get this process down to a science. We know exactly how long every single step takes, who's doing it, which station, and it allows us to create a score. For example, if that gap is supposed to be exactly 2 millimeters, we know who did it, what date, which build, and then we also have sign-offs on quality team as well. And we do this because we know that the expectation from our customers is perfect cosmetically and mechanically and on time. And if you can produce perfect quality cosmetically and mechanically and do it on time, your customers will be really, really happy. And so these guys do a phenomenal job. They know exactly what the goal is, they know exactly what the score should be, they know exactly how much time it should take, and it's allowed us to get very, very good at what we do. And these guys, I've got to give them all the credit. They are just absolutely amazing. This is a piece of art that you can drive every single day. Terrence, how you doing, man?
Great, how about you?
Good. I don't want to distract you, but tell me what you think of this color.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. We only had 2 of these.
Oh, so, first one.
Oh, this is the first one.
Yeah,
okay.
never done it.
I remember it was down there when they were still doing the test drives and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Do you know the story behind this color?
I don't.
Okay, so I was in Pebble Beach, California for Monterey Car Week, and there was a Porsche Carrera GT. You know what that is?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
And this guy had a crazy loud exhaust on it, and I saw it, and I heard it first. And it was this kind of customish green color that I guess he painted, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so that inspired me to pick this spec, and I love the color on this. We had never done it before.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is a piece of art.
Yeah, it goes cool.
And it's a 1-of-1 edition, so we'll never repeat this exact same one.
These rims right here are
yeah,
beautiful.
You like those?
Yeah, I love this. It's very classic.
Yeah. Did you notice the body matching brake calipers?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Right through it. Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So you got Pebble Beach green here and green there. It's just stunning.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Like you said, it's a piece of art.
Yeah, for sure. How are we looking, by the way?
Oh, we're looking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did really good time today. We're about done.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
great.
We're going to do a final wipe down on it. One final walkthrough just to check everything, make sure everything's good. And then, yeah, she's ready to get looked at. Final inspection. Then after that, ceramic coating.
Okay.
And then she's ready for shipping.
Awesome.
Yep.
Excellent, man. Hey, appreciate you.
Yeah,
Keep
no
up the good
problem.
work.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Hey, Bryce.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Doing great. Here's Bryce putting on the finishing touches right here on this Pebble Beach green. And this is actually our demo, so it isn't for sale, listed at least. But well, yeah, exactly. If we had listed it for sale, it would have made it. But we need to keep this one because we need to have something for test drives.
Yeah, this one's nice though. I like it.
Yeah, you like the color?
The color's awesome. The wheels, I like the wheels a lot on this one.
Oh yeah, the wheels are excellent. And you notice the paint body matching calipers.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite features right here. Let me see, right there. You can get a real good look at it right there. And these are the slotted retro wheels. So these are our own custom forged aluminum wheels. They look like they're from the 1960s, but they're not heavy and they're not like, you know, old 15-inch steelies. These are 17-inch forged aluminum, super high quality, very, very light. And we have two versions. We make one where you can see your brake caliper right there, and we make one without the slots. And it is just absolutely stunning. We're all fighting over wanting to drive it. And I always say I'm going to keep this one. I never get to keep them. So maybe one day. All right, so here's our team. And these guys, this is not the final inspection. This is them doing a pre-inspection before the final inspection. And here's Sharon. What's going on, Sharon? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good. You ready for final inspection?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
What do you think of this color?
It's so pretty.
Yeah?
I think it's my second favorite
Oh, yeah?
right now.
Okay. What's your favorite?
Arcadian blue.
Ah, I love that one too.
That one was really good.
Such good colors.
But this one is very, very
Yeah?
good.
You like the wheels?
I love the wheels.
Yeah?
So yeah, I really, really, really like the wheels.
Very-
I feel like they really match with the
Yeah,
crowd.
totally. It totally works.
Yeah,
Would you drive it?
100%.
Yeah?
Totally.
Awesome. Can't wait for inspection. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Sharon does an excellent job, and it's really all about the details, right? You can start anything, but can you finish it? And will it not just be up to the customer standard? Can you exceed it? And that is way harder than it sounds, because this is a $250,000 base price vehicle. We do not take that lightly. We know that's a lot of money. And therefore, the only acceptable outcome when you're spending that kind of money is perfection. And that's how we feel. And we feel like because we align our standard higher and above our customer standard, down to every single line, every single gap, every single thing on the car, when they get it, they're over the moon. And if you can deliver on time, then you can time things like anniversaries, birthdays, retirement, you sold your company, you went public, kid's birthday, 16th birthday, graduation, and we know how important that is. And once upon a time, I can tell you guys, we weren't on time. That's just the truth. Very, very hard to build on time and perfect. To do both, almost unheard of. And that is a testament to the team. The team here, they do an exceptional job. They know what good looks like, and they're not happy if it's not perfect. And we score everything. So that Pebble Beach one, after final inspection today, there will be a score, and that score will tell us if we were 100% perfect or not, and it'll show where the imperfections came from. Was it people, process, or parts? When you do that over and over and over again, it allows you to get really, really good. And everything's documented, right? So you got SOPs for everything, you have data tracking for everything. We're a data-driven company. As a founder, I'm a tech entrepreneur. I came from tech startups, all data-driven, all about innovation, all about making things better. And so it's all about rapid iteration as well. We don't want to wait a month or a quarter or a year to make it better. We make it better every single time we walk in here. All data-driven, tells us where to go, root cause analysis, and it has allowed us to build a very unscalable process. It's 900 custom handcrafted labor hours. What that means is there's not any robotics or automation. All of it that is built above the chassis is built by this team in this building in the US, in Atlanta, Georgia, and then all checked and then shipped all over the world out of this facility right here. And this one right here is for sale. Brittany Blue, up for grabs on the assembly line in Station 2. Tomorrow it'll go to Station 3, and then it'll go to test miles, and then it'll go into inspection, and then we run it through here. It goes right back down to final detail, pictures and video, goes out to its forever home. So if you're looking for something right now, and you don't want Wimbledon white, which is ready to ship immediately, this Brittany Blue one will be ready by end of next week. You could be driving this next weekend, but they don't last long. So almost everything we do is a custom build. This one right here, up for grabs, Brittany Blue. It is worn glove for the interior. It's an automatic, which by the way, if you don't know this, you can choose automatic or manual. Pretty cool. The manual is a 7-speed modern 2025 transmission. This right here, 10-speed automatic transmission. Other options would be chrome for the trim, which is not on yet. You have polished wheels. This has every option. So this right here is a good look at the sound system, the upgraded sound system before it is all put together. So inside of here is a really, really nice 6.5 focal audio speaker, woofer with a tweeter, and then you've got this really beautiful leather wrapped housing that has absolutely beautiful stitching on it. This is a custom speaker grill that we make. And then back here you can see exposed is this 10-inch JL subwoofer. People told us it would not fit, and we proved them wrong. Our engineers got together and were like, no, we're gonna make a 10-inch subwoofer fit in here and then completely hide it like you'll never know it's there. And the subwoofer isn't all about just like really loud pounding bass. It's also just about how clean the sound is. And if you love music, and I think that, you know, this kind of car, very conducive for top-down driving, weather's nice, your kid's in the back, and you have confidence because you have a functional roll bar, you have crumple zones, you have airbags, you have a latch system right here for car seats, which I'll show you in case your kids are young or you have grandkids. Check that out. That symbol right there, and that latch right there, if you're a guy watching this and your wife has to prove your car purchase and you have kids, show that to her. You can put a car seat, booster seat with confidence, latching it directly in, and the tether in the back too. And all around the vehicle are crumple zones underneath the brand new sheet metal. You have side impact beams, you can see them right here. Non-existent in an old car because they didn't have it back then. So think about it. How much technology, engineering, advancement have we made in the last 60 years? That's a long time. They say every 10 years is supposed to be like an order of magnitude better, right? So it's been 60 years. And back in the day, and we used to build restoration restaurants, we knew all this, right? It was as good as you could get. You couldn't get any better. There wasn't a better option. So while we were building restoration and restaurant like everybody else, we were thinking long and hard about how do we make a better driving vehicle that is more reliable, that has all the technology, that has all the luxury that you're used to in your Bentley, in your Rolls Royce, in your Ferrari, in your Lamborghini, in your G-Wagon, in your Range Rover, and make it safe. And the only way you can do that is not to try to make an old car safer. We did that. There's limitations. Instead of trying to make an old car more modern, you take a modern car chassis underneath, 2025, that has all of that technology and engineering and safety, and you build a classic inspired vehicle on top of it. And that gives you the best of both worlds. And this right here, if you're looking for a surprise, you got a birthday coming up, anniversary, you screwed up with your wife and you got to make it up to her, whatever it is going to be ready to go next week. And so reach out to us, shoot us a text or give us a call. This right here, this changes everything. Modern safety features. So now, where can you drive this without worrying about distance and speed and is it raining and all that kind of stuff? And this is my dream car. I always wanted an old car. I've had old Defenders, Land Cruisers, Hummer, G-Wagon, and they all fell short of my modern expectations because today we are all so spoiled by modern day engineering and reliability and technology. Never mind luxury. You don't even need a super nice car to be spoiled by that. It's very, very hard to go back in time. And so when I bought that old Bronco, I quickly realized that old cars, because I'm not a mechanic, and even if I could fix a car, I don't want to fix a car. Fixing a car is not something on the list of things that I want to do or have time to do. And therefore, hey man, having a classic inspired look that gives you all of the things you're used to in your G-Wagon Range Rover, sign me up for that. But it didn't exist. And that is how we went from restoration to resto-mod, modern restoration, to a fully modernized classic, because we always knew deep down what our customers really wanted. We just couldn't give it to them yet. And so this right here is Raven Black in our test mile phase. We just put it on the alignment rack and we tape it all up to make sure it doesn't get damaged during test miles. And we run it through a rigorous, repeatable process, and we do over and over and over again. We have the very, very, same track we go on, run it hard, multiple heat cycles, go fast, go slow, slam on the brakes, freeway, and listen for squeaks, leaks, and rattles. And when it comes to the soft top, which we get a lot of questions about, a lot of people ask, what is that soft top like? Because obviously your car, if you have a convertible, is probably a hard top, right? Will I be able to drive it in the rain? What if it snows? If it's cold out, is it friendly for cold weather climate? Is it gonna leak? Is it gonna make a lot of noise? What I can tell you is that having built a bunch of restorations and using an aftermarket soft top, we decided to have our own soft top made. And this soft top, in my opinion, and our customer's opinion, if you've ever had a soft top before, is the most user-friendly, doesn't flap in the wind, and it doesn't leak. Really important, right? So that was the criteria when we had it engineered. And it comes in 5 different colors: black, tan, bright white, Wimbledon white, a dark navy blue, 6 colors, sorry, and dark mocha chocolate. And so this thing will pop open. So right here you have fully enclosed. Over here you have fully removed. And then I'll show you safari mode, which is in between. Let me see if I can find one. Let's go over here. This is our incoming inspection team over here. I love these guys. That's Cole, Bo, Jafar. These guys do an excellent job. What they do is, for us to be able to ensure quality, whether we make the part or we buy the part, we inspect every single part. And that's thousands of parts a day. And it either is rejected or it's approved. And if you're a vendor or we make it and it's not quality, it goes back. Makes sense, right? Simple things. All of it with one goal. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be on time. Okay, I'm going to take you over to, here we go. So on Pebble Beach. Yeah, that's beautiful. I really want to keep this one. This has a soft top in safari mode. And all that means is that we took the rear windows off. There's 3 rear windows. One here, and one here. And one of these days on live, I will just take my gloves off on our demo truck and I'm going to take it off and on, and you can time me. I can take the entire top off in 5 minutes or less and put it back on in 5 minutes or less. Taking it off, you can do it probably in 3 minutes. Putting it back on, you probably need about 5 minutes. And when you first start off, you're going to have to do it, for a little bit longer than that. Once you get it down, you could take these off, stick them in the back, drive around. If it rains or you decide you're going to park somewhere and you put it back on, you could easily put it back on. That's one person, by the way. When I get help, which I never have help, I can still put it on in 5 minutes. But it's way, way faster with 2 people. This one right here, it's got the power steps. And listen to that beautiful sound of brand new American-made Detroit steel closing. What's better than an old restoration is brand new steel. There's no rust. It didn't sit outside for 50, 60 years and get all patched up. Every single line and gap and flush is completely perfect. We're obsessive about those kind of details, and if that is how we look at every line and gap, which is extremely difficult to do, by the way, you can imagine how we are about the rest of the car. And this is a team sport. We have an entire team of people, Team OCD, as I call them, where all they do is obsess and sweat over every little detail. Sometimes we've got to have them hold back a little bit because they go a little too far. But all right, so this right here is your chrome billet aluminum door handle. Really, really nice piece of jewelry that we CNC'd on a machine and then sent to Detroit to be chromed. And then right here, you can see has a Wimbledon white dash, worn glove on the leather, Alcantara wrapped all around your roll bar, and your airbags, which no other classic car has. Airbag here, side impact seat mounted. Okay. Also, inside of here are your side impact beams. And this is just a great comparison, right? Now versus then. 1960s, no side impact beams, no airbags. And so you can see the difference. You get hit from the side, you want that to deploy, and you want that to keep you safe from the side. And that's just that part, right? And then you have dual stage front passenger airbag right here. That's airbag number 2. You have dual stage driver's side airbag, airbag number 3. You have a driver's side airbag on that side, that's number 4. And then the biggest one is your curtain airbag. This is your A-pillar, and it goes all the way to the rear. And so you think about the protection that you have just with the airbags. Side seat, driver's side, front passenger, steering wheel, curtain airbag gives you rear passenger protection. You got 6 airbags total. So if you have kids, and my wife was very, very disapproving of my old cars, right? Because as a new mom, and the kids were, I don't know, 8 and 10, she didn't want me to put them in a car without safety features. And I convinced her at the time, no, like we'll go around the block and we'll go get ice cream and we'll go slow, won't go that far. And she didn't love it, but I convinced her, right? So we threw the kids in the car. We didn't have airbags. We didn't have crumple zones. We didn't have traction control. We didn't have any of that stuff. And that's just safety features. In addition to the shortfalls of an old vehicle or even a restoration or rest-a-mod, it doesn't drive like a modern car either. And that was always, honestly, something I hated. And the reason why is because I was so used to a modern car. So unless you're used to driving a 56-year-old car often, and I'm talking like on the regular, when you drive an old restoration, it's going to take some getting used to. When you drive a resto-mod, it'll drive better incrementally than an old restoration, but will never drive like your 2025, 2024, 2023 vehicle. It just won't. And here's why. Three reasons. Number 1, narrow track width. The track width is the distance between your tires. The closer it is together, the less stable and the more input you're going to have, especially at high speed. The farther out it is, the more stable, better center of gravity, it's going to track straight, drive like your modern car. Now what happens when you take a narrow track width and in addition to that, you have a short wheelbase? So I'm going to do some physics / geometry here with you / science. Okay, short wheelbase, which is the distance between there and there of an old car, 92 inches, is going to track very differently from your long wheelbase car. I mean, if it was just that alone, you get in, you go, whoa, something's different. But when you combine a short wheelbase of the old cars and you combine a narrow track width, now you can imagine the closer together, not good. The closer together, not good. Both of them together, it's going to be very, very different from your modern car. Now, you add a third element. That right there, IFS, independent front suspension. If you go out in the garage and look at your modern cars, I'd say 99% of your modern cars have independent front suspension. Well, these old cars, old Defender, old Land Cruiser, old Bronco, you name it, they have solid axles, which is great if you're off-roading, but tell me the last time you went off-roading in your G-Wagon and your Range Rover. I know, I didn't either. I always wanted to, by the way, but just never got around to it. It's too busy building these cars for you guys. All right, so now, instead, you take a modern car geometry because it's built on a modern car chassis, a modern car platform. This is not an old car, it's not a restoration, it's not a rest-a-mod. It's a 2025 vehicle that we then transformed over 900 labor hours, handcrafted, into this classic-inspired vehicle. So instead, you get a wider track width, like your current model G-Wagon, Range Rover, what have you. And instead of a short 92-inch wheelbase, you now have a 100.4-inch wheelbase. 8 inches makes a big difference. Okay, so now you combine all three. Longer wheelbase, wider track width, independent front suspension. Never mind the safety features, the technology and luxury. Just that alone is going to give you a night and day driving difference, an order of magnitude better. And here's the truth. We built really beautiful restorations, and the customers loved the cars that we built for them. It was the best you could get at the time. And so the customers would tell us, love the fit and finish, love the service, love the brand, love the colors and the quality. Can you make it drive better? And my answer to that was, let me work on it, because I never said no. And this right here is an old 1969 Ford Bronco. The way this drives, you would enjoy it for about 5 minutes. That nostalgia wears off pretty damn fast, okay? And so instead of restoration, which is where we started, we moved to Resto Mod, modern restoration, modified restoration. However, the shortfall of this vehicle was that the wheelbase was too short, only 92 inches, and the track width was too close together, narrow. And you see this right here? Those are solid axles, which is great for those Moab, like really hardcore off-roaders, but that's probably not you. And you're spending over 250 grand. So you definitely want to be able to drive it. You want to feel confident driving it. And you want to put your kids in it, your family in it. You want to be able to go in the rain if it's raining. If you will go into your lake house or your beach house and it's not really super close, you don't have to think twice about it. And at the end of the day, this was the best you could get. And when they said make it drive better, the customers that bought our Restomods, when they asked us to make it better, we did everything we could, from suspension to tuning to all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, you can't change the geometry of the wheelbase and the track width. And that meant for us that we needed to evolve. And when it comes to innovation, you can't just do something incrementally. If you really want to bring a product to market that's going to change things for people, it's got to be an order of magnitude better. And what it starts with is the chassis. The chassis that we build this on underneath is why you're spending the money. And if you think about a $250,000 investment into a vehicle, the foundation is actually the most important part. So now you ask yourself, you want one of these, you've always liked old cars, you're always worried about it breaking down, you're always worried about, who's gonna fix it, and is it gonna be safe, and am I gonna like it? And then you get nervous, right? And so you don't buy it. That's what I did. And if you do choose to go down this path, what is your foundation? Is it a 1960s chassis? Or is it a aftermarket, improved, slightly aftermarket chassis? At the end of the day, that foundation is everything. And so one is how it drives, and then number two is does it have safety features, and it's just a non-starter for some people. Some people have kids, grandkids, or they actually want to drive it every day or drive on the freeway, drive to work. If you don't have modern safety features, it's a very different world. And no classic car or restoration has modern safety features like crumple zones, like side impact beams, especially not airbags. And they don't have the technology like the traction control, the pre-collision assist, the roll sensor, the stability control. They don't have all that. And you can't retrofit airbags into an old car. It was the first question I asked when the business started taking off, because I started off in restoration when we started the company, and I quickly started thinking ahead, and I was like, hey, how do we get airbags in this? And I asked around and met with engineers, and they're like, not happening. And so built Restomod, still push the envelope, make it drive better. What else can we do? Can we add modern safety features? Answer still no. And so after the business really blew up online, thanks to you guys who have made Vintage a global brand followed by over 3 million people, we knew if we keep doing what we're doing, we're just gonna build a good company. But if we wanna build a great company, it needs to be a fully certified vehicle that passes emissions, that you can register in any state just like a normal car, and it meets all the safety regulations and compliance. So I'm going to show you the amount of work that we went through, because it was not a small thing. Actually, I'm going to show it to you the one that's for sale. This is boxwood green. So this Wimbledon white up for grabs. I predict it'll be gone probably by tomorrow. So if you want it, move fast, call us or text us right now. This right here, it went through full FMVSS compliance, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards. This is not easy to achieve, and I can tell you 99% of companies won't even touch it, because this is a different level. And when we set off to build the finest and only fully modernized, classic inspired vehicle, we knew that not only do you have to be compliant, and we spent a lot of money and time to do it, we also wanted to make sure that the vehicle, if it were to get into a crash, that all of the 900 hours of heavy work and modification that we did was going to still work and be compliant. And I can tell you, with 6 airbags here, we blew all 6 airbags using a firm that does the big crash tests and airbag testing for all the big OEMs. So we use the same one as the big manufacturers to ensure that our vehicle, when we ship it to you, not only will we know that the quality is going to be absolutely perfect fit and finish, but that the safety features are all intact, because that's why you're buying the car too, right? And so to go through all that and then physically crash test the car, I'm not talking about simulation. We actually crash tested the car. That's how serious we were about it. And therefore, all airbags blew, check, and we did full frontal, side, and rear crash test. Big deal. And I can assure you that no restoration or rest-of-mod company will do that, because it won't pass. And that is why we evolved. And at the time, you couldn't get a true fully modernized classic. You could get one that was incrementally better than old restoration. But to get airbags, to get crumple zones, to get traction control, roll sensor, stability control, and all of the true safety features of a 2025 vehicle, the only way you can get that is to actually start with a 2025 chassis. So what about the body? Where did the body come from? Misconception, and this is why we put this everywhere. Read every post that we post. This is not a restoration. We want you to know it's not a restoration. And if you want a restoration, fantastic, right? But this right here, this is for somebody who wants zero compromises, be able to drive it every day with their kids, in the rain, on a road trip, on the freeway, have modern 2025 engineering, technology, ride quality, comfort. You want luxury that'll spoil you, because that's what we did on the inside. Like, we went crazy with the level of detail. It was honestly overkill, and everybody tried to talk us out of it. They're like, wow, that's just like, that costs more than, some cars. Yep, that's okay. So we went all those lengths. And we did that because our goal was to actually reverse engineer and build the finest fully modernized classic that you can get on the market. And it is built right here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the US by our team, and they do a phenomenal job of it. And the reviews that we have from our customers, I mean, like 95% of them are not even posted, right? But the customer reaction to the quality, the craftsmanship, and the fit and finish blows our mind. And the reason why is because that's all we ever wanted. We wanted them to just absolutely love every inch of it, inside and out, and feel like they got their money's worth. Because for $250,000, you better be over the moon happy, and you don't want to have to make any compromises. And I don't disagree, and so our people don't disagree either. The body, for example, is brand new American-made steel. Easily could have done that overseas, China, Taiwan, which is where most reproduction body panels are made. That's just the truth, most of them. And it would have been cheaper, but not only did they not exist because the old body panels are way too small. And if you look at the evolution of cars over the years, they used to be really small. Think about it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years go by, and the evolution of the size and shape of vehicles got bigger for a reason, because they were safer. And so we had to engineer classic inspired panels that were bigger and longer. So this wheelbase, the other direction, is longer and the width is bigger. And I'll park it next to a Range Rover G-Wagon one day, and you can see it's an imposing truck. You pull up in this thing, you're not gonna miss it. First of all, it looks like nothing else on the road. Second of all, color custom combinations. Like, you don't see cars this color ever, right? Even this one. And it has a street presence about it. But it's not all fluff, because when you go and you touch, I hope you can hear that, the vehicle, and you open and shut the doors and you touch the door handles and you hear how solid that is. The thought that went into reverse engineering perfection was an obsession for us. And so you have brand new steel stamped in Detroit. We actually went out and created 1 million pounds of tooling, molds, if you will, to stamp these body parts. That's a big time investment. And again, it would have been cheaper to go another route, but we didn't care. We not only wanted it to be quality, and we not only wanted it to be steel, we wanted it to be American-made steel, and we wanted to control our own supply chain. So we're not dependent on other third-party companies and overseas companies to stamp these. And what that means for you is that if you ever got in a major accident and you needed panels, we make them, we have them, we can send them to you. So, and then the last piece is, great, you built a great product, quality, fit and finish is great, all FMVSS compliant, passes emissions, you're not gonna have a problem registering it, right? It's just gonna be a normal 2025 vehicle. You don't have to give up any of your technology, any of the way it drives or rides and steers. What happens after delivery? We're in Atlanta, wherever it is you are, Seattle, Oregon, California, it doesn't matter to us. We ship you this car, we built this car, we own the responsibility of warranty, our warranty. And it's a white glove warranty. We call it that for a reason. And one of the complaints I always had about the other big luxury car manufacturers was when it came to warranty, it was a hassle. And what I mean by that is you have to call up a service center, you have to make an appointment, probably a couple weeks out. We can call Ferrari of Atlanta right now. I am sure they're not getting you in tomorrow. And then I got to bring it to them, which is like 45 minutes away when I'm already working 90 to 100 hours a week. I mean, didn't the car break because of you guys? Why am I bringing it to you? Can you not just come get it, right? And then when the service advisor goes through the vehicle and they check everything, they're going to come back to me and they're going to send me an email and say, hey, these are the things we're going to cover. And these are the things we're not going to cover. And guys, these are the top car brands in the world. And I feel like if you buy a car from us and you spend $250K base price, when it comes to warranty, a few things should happen. You call a single point of contact who has a relationship with you. They know who you are, they know which car you have, they know the specs, they probably know how many kids you have, your wife's name, what kind of dogs you have, and why you're buying the car. They walk you through the process. That's our concierge. That same person, your single point of contact, if anything comes up post-delivery, and if we cannot handle it remotely, you're gonna call us and you're gonna talk to us very quickly. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is and what time of the day it is. We're super sensitive to warranty because when we hear the word warranty, everybody perks up and goes, whoa, what happened? Why? Because the whole point of buying a fully modernized version is you don't have to deal with that. You're paying a premium so you don't have to deal with that. If you want to deal with that, you could buy a restoration. Therefore, the only acceptable outcome on our side is that you call us, we know who you are, we're gonna get back to you very quickly, we're gonna diagnose it very quickly. If we can't do it remotely, we will send our full-time certified traveling technicians who know the vehicle inside out, and they will come to your home. You're not gonna go anywhere, in your driveway, as quickly as possible and as quickly as you will let us. And they're gonna take care of the problem right there and there in your driveway. And here's the other thing, when they're done, unless you physically, purposely abuse the car, which has not happened to this day, then we're gonna cover everything by us. Full bumper to bumper, mechanically, cosmetically, inside and out, we cover it. To me, I kind of feel like, oh yeah, sorry, we cover it for free, no cost, included. To me, that's actually how it should be. And so you know, not only is that a reflection and a commitment that we make to our customers, because we built the car 900 hours and we put blood, sweat, and tears into it, we care tremendously about customer satisfaction. And we're also going to be very curious as to what the heck happened, because the way we build these and the way we test them, nothing should come up. But in the event it does, we're super fast to take care of it, and it's not going to cost you anything, and that allows us to quickly root cause analysis, people, process, parts, and then go take care of it. And because we have been so maniacal about every single detail, we can ship these with confidence all over the world. Not something that's easy to do. And another thing, so you know, back when we were doing restoration and Restomod, which is unheard of, we still offer that same warranty, which I laugh about, because this right here, these two, restoration, Restomod, very, very different than a fully modernized 2025 chassis. And I'll admit, it is far easier to warranty a modern 2025 factory-built chassis than it is a restoration or Restomod. Big difference. But even if it wasn't, we used to stand behind it anyway, because we built a car brand. We weren't a shop. You know, old shop will throw you the keys and say good luck, and if something breaks down, you got to go find a mechanic. You don't even know a mechanic probably, right? Let alone one that can work on a custom-built rare car that they, haven't done a bunch of. Not things you want to have to deal with, in my opinion, when you're not a car expert, you're not a mechanic, and you're spending this kind of money. So that's our service. And I can tell you that no one's going to be more unhappy or upset than us if anything pops up, and we're all very curious. And we report this kind of stuff out not monthly or weekly, we report it out every single day. So if we find something, I'll give you an example. If this, screw is cracking the tail light, we're going to flag it as a quality alert. It'll immediately go to engineering, and we'll immediately dive in. We'll figure out, hey, turns out that torque spec is a little too tight. We need to change it from 22 to 21, right? Or 21 to whatever. And then we go change SOPs, and we go revise it all, and we sit down with our team, and we get everybody's sign off and buy-in, and we do it over and over and over again. And you can see that's just one part on one vehicle. Therefore, to really get to quality, you also have to have scale. Every day we ship one of these to one lucky customer. To be able to do that repeatedly tells you a lot about people, process, and parts. And therefore, you buy a car from us, not only is our hit rate on on-time delivery extremely high, because we know down to the hour how long it takes, down to the minute how long it takes. We can calculate exactly how long it will take to build a car. And there's fluff in there just in case things happen. Because by the way, transparently, things happen, right? It's not perfect. It's not that everything goes perfectly. It's that we make everything perfect. And that right there, I have to say, is more about people and process. We have an entire team full of passion-driven problem solvers. And to be able to build a car when you're not a giant OEM that's been doing it for 50 years with massive amounts of funding means you better have a really great team, really great process, and they have to have passion, because at the end of the day, to do this, it's really hard. I know it looks easy and it looks really beautiful, but we kind of have sacrificed a lot to do this, because it isn't easy to do. But because we love it, and because we know what it is our customers want, it's very easy. Our customers want it to be perfect. So if it's not perfect, you're not done. And by the way, we'll never be done. Because the one true thing I've learned about artists, and it turns out I guess I'm an artist, is that you're never satisfied with your own work. That is the key. Hannah, say hi. This is Hannah. She's one of our concierge reps. And if you buy a car from us, Hannah, Roxy will be taking care of you. And say it again.
This is my design.
Oh, you designed this? Hey, hold on a second. Let's come over here. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So you can see this beautiful dark leather with the diamond stitch. And then we have, this is GT silver with the vintage stripe.
So nice.
With the red pinstripe, and it's on the hood as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Where's this one going?
I think it's going South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes. I could be
Excellent.
wrong.
Okay, yep, well, you got a handful of them.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful spec, and I was just bragging about our team, and part of that post-sale service is one of the most important things. So tell us, like, something comes up, they call you, like, what's going through your mind, and how do you think about customer service and how we take care of our people after the delivery?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything and everything, big and small. So if you have any questions about a noise it's making, how do I do this, how do I connect to my phone, we're here for you, and we have a great warranty team as well. They'll be with you in 72 hours if anything were to come up in your driveway. And also part of our service, even before you get your vehicle, is right now my client's going to get pictures of the vehicle. We've already got pictures. It kind of looks the same as 3 days ago, but we're going to send them anyway to help with the anticipation on this
Yeah,
vehicle.
no, I'm glad that you brought that up. So a lot of these are custom builds, almost all of them. And so a customer places their deposit, they're in the build queue. Like, walk us through kind of high level, like what happens after, okay, great, I'm going to buy a custom build. What happens after that?
Yeah, so as soon as your build is official, it's all yours, you snagged it, then you get intro to either myself or my partner, and we'll walk you through everything. We'll design your build with you, everything. You want to do custom, paint to sample, walk through every little feature, like if you wanted to do the body match dashboard, things like that, Wimbledon white, whatever you wanted to do, we'll walk you through that step by step, and we'll guide your hand until the vehicle comes home to you, and then of course the 3 years after.
Awesome. And then tell us about updates. A lot of people, like, they want to know what's going on, where's my build at?
Yeah.
What happens there?
Yeah, as soon as your donor chassis comes in-house, we'll show you everything as it gets disassembled, as we upgrade it with the sound bending, things like that. Then you'll get the body panels fitted, and then we'll go to our paint facility. I'll run over to the paint facility. I'll send you pictures while it's getting painted, and as it starts to come together, as the interior gets put together, teak wood, fox, roush, everything like that, you'll get all those updates.
Yeah. How excited are your clients when they get updates?
Very, very. It's like a baby being born. Yeah.
And how excited are they when they get the car?
Even more excited.
Yeah,
Yes.
so cool.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, I appreciate your insight, and you got to tell us, you could pick one spec. Which one are you going with?
Today, it changes every day.
Okay.
Today would be midnight blue
Okay.
with a black grill,
Ooh.
black wheels.
Okay.
It's a dark day, that's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
It's rainy outside.
I like
so
it. I
midnight
like
blue
it.
Today.
Okay. What about for the soft top?
Soft top would be a black one.
Oh,
we
okay.
do have a navy blue soft top now.
Yes, we
so
do. We do. Yeah, I have yet to see the navy blue, and then we only did one dark espresso.
On the champagne gold.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so all blacked out. You're feeling
Yeah.
murdered out
It's a
then.
gloomy day,
There
yeah.
we go. Okay, all right. We'll ask you again another day when it's sunny, and maybe
Yeah,
I'll have a
maybe
different answer.
Phoenician yellow then.
Okay, awesome. Hannah, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thank
Keep up the
you.
good work. And it's our team and how they go about what it is they do that makes all the difference in the world. And at one point in time, as a founder, I was juggling all these things, and I can tell you I did not do it anywhere near as well as these guys do. And what is nice about having a great team is that if you get the right people and you give them the right process and they love what they do and they're obsessed with making it better and better, the amount of ground we can cover and the progress we can make in such a short period of time is amazing. It is fascinating what this team has been able to do in such a short period of time. To do it at this level of quality, at this scale, it is unheard of. And what is amazing is I am so proud and humbled to be on a team like that, because at the end of the day, you could have all the great parts, you can write up all the processes, but look at who is doing the work. When it's handcrafted, it really comes down to your people, because unlike automation on an assembly line, a lot of that's robotics, right? Not that there's not people involved, but almost all the work is automated and robotics. When you have 900 handcrafted labor hours, you want to know that the people behind it care immensely, love what they're doing, and that there's process behind it to ensure that it's not all just human, but almost everything we do is people. And I'm going to take you back here. It's going to be real loud, but I just want to show it to you. These right here, these are the steel body panels I'm talking about. And let's see if I can, you can just hear the thickness of that steel, and what allows us to achieve the quality is all about foundation and the process, right? And again, these are American-made steel body panels. It's funny, I read the comments and I hear, oh, well, those are made in Taiwan or China. Well, hey, from a financial perspective, that would have been nice, but I can tell you there's a lot of not nice things about that. Quality, dependency on overseas supply chain, right? A lot of things, and they wouldn't fit anyway. And so instead, we take our brand new classic inspired steel body panels, and they go through a rigorous process to ensure that down to the millimeter that they are perfect, and there's no rust in any of these. And everything right here that you see on this side of the production is truly a blend of art and science. The kind of work that you see here, body work, is a very difficult to find lost art. And the further we get into 2025, you can do the research on this, skilled labor, and that's what this is. We call it handcrafted art. I don't like to call it labor. Labor is like, you know, I don't know, picking up bricks in a yard somewhere. Nothing wrong with that, but this is a different kind of work. This is work for artists, and it's all done by hand. And therefore, to get repeatability, you have to have a blend of art and science. So these guys come in and they do their thing, and they're extremely good at it. But we have tools, we have data, we have quality engineers, and they come in and they make sure that all of this is perfect, because then we put a few hundred labor hours into the actual bodywork after the prep, and that's another very, very difficult to find lost art. Those guys deserve a lot of credit. Paint looks easy, right? Oh, it's shiny and perfect looking, but I can tell you most of the work is in the bodywork. You want that bodywork to be perfect, and that's a lot where a lot of your money is coming from, right? Also, in addition to that, it's the level of quality of the bodywork and the paint that matters. Let me tell you something, for a $250,000 car, that bodywork better be show quality. I'll tell you something else. Modern cars today that cost over 250 grand from some of the top builders, top companies, top car brands, are not show quality because they're mass produced and they're painted by robotics, and they make 50,000 of them. And so the volume that we're doing it at and the way we're going about it, all handcrafted, layered with science and process and data, really truly allows us to scale an unscalable business. It's pretty amazing. And I came from technology, and in technology, it's always about improving. I came from the app world, built 2 top 100 apps on the App Store, and if you look at the apps that you use and you go to the version, you'll see 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, 2.5, 2.156, whatever. Right? That right there is a philosophy, right? In the app world, you release like 2 times a week. The really good companies, they probably release once a day, meaning that a new update, a new version comes out every day. And because I didn't come from automotive, which is a really important part of this whole puzzle, I didn't do things the way it's always been done. I wasn't limited by, well, no, that's never been done before. If anything, I came in and I asked kind of questions that people were like, what are you, crazy? And I think it's that kind of thinking that leads to innovation. Because I asked, why can't a classic car drive like a normal car? Why can't a classic car have all the modern technology? And the biggest question I kept asking was, why can't a classic car have safety features? Well, the issue was a limitation of beliefs. And when we built traditional restoration and when we built Restomods, it was pretty clear what the customers at this price point wanted. And so we gave it to them. And what they wanted was a classic inspired vehicle, no compromises. They weren't crazy purists or collectors or numbers matching, or they're going to take it to a car show, although they could and it'd still win probably. What they really cared about was, can I drive it? Am I going to have to make any concessions? Is it going to break down? Where am I going to go to service this thing? I'm not a mechanic. My wife's going to drive it. Can she drive it? I've got kids. Can they get in the car? And there wasn't really anything that they said that we didn't try to give them to a level of perfection. And my point in the iterations and improvements, kind of like you do in the app world, is that there isn't a single day where we walk in this building and we don't ask ourselves, how do we make it better? And the benefit to that is that you actually never get to perfection. And shout out to our detail team. They own one of the toughest parts of the entire thing, where at the very end, when everybody's done, they have 8 hours, 4 master detailers to then make it perfect. So that final inspection from all the leads from operations, engineering, quality, management come in. And if anything's imperfect, it's a fail. And these guys have worked so hard. And they are able to now get it down to virtually 0 defects at the end, which is nearly impossible. Because if I were to put a little piece of lint right there, maybe I'll just do that just to mess with them for fun. No, I'm kidding. That will be a hit. And it takes a certain type of person or people and personalities to be able to not only be okay with having your work scrutinized to a level of perfect or fail. It takes a lot to have an entire team of people like that. And that's really where we get our multiplier effect. And I mentioned this in the stories. I hope you guys are watching that. If you really want behind the scenes, check out stories. Post them every day. The kind of people that are here, they want to be held to high standard. They want to perform high. They want to be graded. And if it's not perfect, they're the ones that are unhappy. And when we have a warranty claim, which is rare, they're the ones that are unhappy. We're the ones that are unhappy. That's why our warranty is the way it is. It's reflective of how we think about our work. And going back to artists, whether they're in bodywork, detail, Nathan here in inspection, Sharon here in inspection, doesn't matter what part you're in. You can be in procurement, you can be in warehouse, you can be in marketing, you can be in sales, you can be in finance. Everybody on this entire team, and we call it a team, not a company. Everybody in this entire team, they own their role and they know that it's about perfection. And when you get a team of people together and they are obsessive about the outcome, and the outcome for us isn't profit or selling a bunch of cars or shipping a bunch of cars. Yes, obviously that's part of it. But we know that if you, as a paying customer, are over the moon happy with your purchase, then we've done our job. And then, long term, you can get paid and you can have a great long-term life and all that stuff. But for us, it really is about passion. And the multiplier effect comes not just from people, because we have a great team. It doesn't only come from process, which is something we obsessively change. If you look at the SOPs on the screen, there's a little thing that says Rev. That stands for revision. And much like an app that gets released just about every single day, every week for sure, it gets revised and revised and revised and revised until it just can't get any better. And that's the trick. It'll never stop getting better. There's no such thing as perfect. And the other day, the detailers got a 0 or a 100% perfect score on detail, which is, I'm telling you, impossible to do. I came over and I said, I heard you guys built the perfect car. I'm sorry, I heard you detailed the perfect car at the very end. And their reaction was, thank you, but it could always be better. And that's when you know. That right there, that's the multiplier effect. So you can field a team and have people, and you can build process and keep revising it, and you have the best components. But the one thing that I've learned in all of this, because I never started this company to make money, I already made a bunch of money, I sold a company to a public company, I was just pursuing my passion. My passion was cars. And it all started when I bought an old Bronco, and I quickly realized, lots of problems. And it was actually during a really good time. This company wouldn't exist if A, I didn't love cars, and B, I wasn't in a place in my life where I had time on my hands. And that was when I sold my first startup to a publicly traded company. I retired in my early 30s, and it was my wife who was the catalyst for all of this for 2 reasons. Number one, she said, I do not want to hang out with you 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Go do something else. So I did, and I bought a Bronco. Like, true story, this actually happened. And so that's number one. Number two, when I got that old Bronco, I took her on date night, and boy, did she not like the rough ride, feels like the car might even stop and stall. We're on our way to date night. And then we get out of the car, and her hair smells like gas. and her clothes smell like gas. I'm like, awesome, right? And she's like, not so much. And so it was another simple question, maybe more of a threat. It's me or the Bronco, Cho. And so I chose to keep both, and that is how we went from restoration to rest-a-mod to fully modernized vehicle. That is the story behind all this, guys. And you can't make this stuff up. It has been an incredible journey. I say it like it's over. I think we're one tiny fraction in the beginning. And what I always wanted to do was to wake up and do something I loved with people I love, who also love doing what it is they love, and to do it around cars, around people who love cars, and scientists and artists, because I'm not a scientist, but we have great engineers. Shout out to our team. That is the blend of art and science, and to be able to come together and do this and then do it on a big public stage in front of millions of people is pretty amazing. And all of it is a labor of love. And so if you're out there and you're watching this and you either can afford the car, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes down to passion and relentlessness and just pursuing something so hard that nothing's going to stop you. And if you are watching this and you're a fan and you're not in a position to buy the car yet, you have to know something, that you got to have something big, a target that you go after, that you love so much you won't give up on it. Because I can tell you, this has by far been the hardest thing I've ever done. And it is a testament to the team and their sacrifice and how great of problem solvers they are to be able to stand up this company, this brand, and do it at this level of quality. And so if you can't afford the car yet, this one's for sale, by the way, then don't worry about it, because once upon a time, I was a kid that had no money, immigrant parents. We had nothing fancy at all. And but what I had was passion. And I was hell or high water. I was going to get those cars. And it drove me to push myself. And I'm really glad I did, because sometimes when you look back in your life, it never goes according to plan. I thought I was going to be, a tech entrepreneur the rest of my life and build mobile apps and, build a $1 billion, app that Facebook's going to acquire or whatever. And I'm really glad that it took this turn, because there isn't a day where I don't come in here and stare at these beautiful pieces of art, because that's what it is. And the thing that makes it even better are the people. Pretty amazing. All right, so shout out to all you guys for the support. We really couldn't have built this brand without you. And I'm just super excited and confident to be able to share that if you want a dream car, buy vintage, built by this team here in Atlanta, Georgia, that not only will you be happy with that product, it'll be your favorite car. I'm very sure of it. And that's from customer feedback. And the way I know is it's my favorite car. People always ask me. I've had over 50 cars since I was 21. And every make and model you can pretty much think of. And it's funny, people always go, well, what's your favorite car? I'm like, obviously, but it wasn't good enough. And it didn't do what I wanted to do. And so instead, we really did build and reverse engineer the world's finest, fully modernized classic. And be careful what you wish for, because it's a slippery slope. Okay, so to recap, we have Wimbledon white. I'll zip over there real quick. I'm actually going to do this one first. We have this Brittany blue, this exact one, for sale. It is Monday, 4:26 p.m. Eastern time. Available now, will not be available for very long. I guarantee it. There's very few of these that are up for grabs. So you've got Brittany blue, worn glove leather, Wimbledon white roll bar, Wimbledon white for the dash. You have every option, including teak wood, powered steps, premium stereo, chrome trim, Wimbledon white grille. It has the upgraded Fox coilover suspension. It has the Roush performance package as well, about 330 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque. Billet aluminum hardware, highest quality materials, Alcantara all throughout. Rubber floor mats. Power steps are going in probably today or tomorrow. This is your premium stereo up here with your subwoofer and teak wood and your hidden cooler. Has every single option. ready to go next week. If you don't want to wait, grab this. Text us or call us right now. It'll go very quickly. And then if you're really wanting to move immediately and you want to be driving it this weekend, then this is the one for you. Wimbledon white, fresh build, 89 test miles, satin black wheels, has just about every option including the Fox coilover suspension, Roush performance package, a lot of custom upgrades on here like that Raven black grille, which I love by the way, black soft top, currently with the moonroof open, and you can see how easy it is to quickly go from open to closed. Obviously it's not latched all the way. Has a powered steps, has the power windows, there's your worn glove leather, all your modern safety features, bag full of really nice merch, teak wood in the back, matching, identical to your spec car cover. This is a really, really nice car cover. And premium audio, there's your 10-inch subwoofer with the speaker grill, perforated leather, there's your teak wood, and the best part, ready to ship. Wire today, well, it's 4:30, you got 30 minutes to send a wire. Ship tomorrow, or wire tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, ship Thursday. Okay, and if you want a custom build, because you've been obsessing over a color we haven't shown you here, then go on our configurator on the website, vintagemodern.co, vintagemodern.co. There's a link for the configurator, and you can pick between 30 paint colors, 12 leather colors. Within the leather colors, you have diamond stitching, pleated stitching, you have woven tuxedo, you have woven matching leather, you have textile like plaid, Schumacher. You've got all kinds of customizations, grill color, white, black, silver. You have stripes, wheels, retro wheels, chrome polished, black, white. Soft top comes in 6 colors and a whole array of options, 33 permutations. You want to go build out your custom build? This is what I would say. Every single day, the company grows bigger and faster, and more people find out that there's an alternative to restorations and restomods, and when they find out there's safety features and you can drive it every day, and it's like your G-Wagon, huge untapped market globally, and we're going after it. So you want one of these, get your build configured, put it in the queue, reach out to our team, text or call us, no time's too late. We work all the time, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter to us. When you love it, it just doesn't matter. And we'd love to talk to you. We'll answer your questions, tell you about a build process. You got a trade, let us know what it is. You want to finance it, that's an option too. But all starts with reaching out to us and then going on the configurator. So, all right, Wimbledon white, somebody buy this. I think in the next 24, 48 hours it'll be gone. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the live today, and if you have suggestions or comments, you want to see something we're not showing you, drop it in the DMs. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all your support. And